He handled Frank Bruno and Mike Tyson, among many others. And Bruno is with us, of course, tonight. And so is Michael Nunn, the world... He's such an unusual man, this Chris Eubank. He really is. Oh, he's coming outside on. Throwing punches back early. We knew Ben would come out firing, as he always does. But Eubank is answering him, even if he is doing it on the run.
He's doing it the wrong way in the first round, Reg. His hands are too low. He's very difficult to catch, Eubank, but he doesn't have a tight defence. I thought he would have tightened it up already. He looks as though he's going to try to evade the punches rather than block them, and that could be dangerous. Although he's coming back with decent shots of his own. But
yeah, he's looking to win that bet, Jim. Got 40 to 1. He could win in the first. A little arrogant shake of the head there. Or confident, as he likes to call it.
So I suppose we have to remember that Ben has been shaken in most of his recent contests.
Yeah, his recovery has been better since he was knocked over by Michael Watson.
Well, what's happened, Reg, he's actually landed his own bombs before he's had to recover most of the time. But Ben's a little bit slow getting them off the mark in the first round here.
Oh, he's elusive enough, isn't he, Eubank? A real slippery character indeed, and of course unbeaten.
Ben not quite as cavalier as we've seen him. It looks as though he's trying to pick shots, so we can't fault him for that.
Going in and waging war recklessly might have come off second best very early. So a minute to go in the opening round.
Well, the first decent shots he landed have come from Eubank, Reg. There's nothing wrong with his temperament. He looks very calm as they come into the ring. He really fancies the job.
Well, we've never been sure with the 24 wins, really, because the opposition hasn't been that good. But this was very much a proving fight for Eubank, and the opening round is proving very useful.
Well, he's kept Ben at bay so far. Ben's had to reach with his punches. He's not getting right in and getting the shoulder behind him.
Oh, well, we don't want that. One of the old wrestling days, 2 falls or a submission. So the countdown for the end of the first. And it looks like he's blown his bet there, Eubank. But with the money they're getting tonight, well, maybe it doesn't matter.
Eubank hasn't the tight defence I would expect him to have. He's looking to evade punches rather than to block them. And that obviously is dangerous with Nigel Benn. But his own punches are good and sharp in the first round.
Oh, it's getting rough. See, now that tires the fighter out when they lean on like that, Jim, doesn't it? Really push down there.
Yeah, I think he's just looking to mess Ben about as much as possible.
Yeah, Ben obviously likes a more conventional style. Doug DeWitt and Oran Barkley, they're both stand-up sluggers that he knows.
Well, Ben just started to find his range at the end of the first round. He's found it a bit quicker in the second round here.
So into the final minute of the second then. Scheduled for 12.
Oh, that was a short, Reg. Well, Eubanks has taken that one, Reg, yeah, so he can take a shot. That was the one.
Yeah. Other fighters haven't stood up with punches like that from Ben, have they?
That was a good shot, and that certainly got a reaction from Eubank. That was a lovely shot, Reg.
That's answered a lot of questions, Jim. Almost the final piece of the jigsaw, really, because I often wondered whether he could really take that good a punch, because he's never had a punch that compared with Ben.
Well, Eubank is going to have to come back with punches, Reg. He's not going to be able to strut. He's going to have to try and hurt Ben. He's done it, Reg.
He's done Ben by the look of it. He chopped that right hand down, though. He's right above us, Ben. We're almost falling down in the ring on us here.
This is what we've seen Ben so dangerous from this position. Here it comes.
As if somebody had ripped the carpet from under his feet.
Ben's caught him again, but Eubank is taking these punches well, Reg. So Eubank at this stage certainly looks to have the stronger chin.
It's amazing, Jim, for a fellow who openly says he doesn't like the game and calls it brutal and all that kind of thing. He's a brave guy. Started his career, by the way, in America only with 4-round fights, and he won them all, 5 of them in Atlantic City.
So Eubank is still backing off, Reg, and you would think after the success he would come forward, try to take the play away again. Benn is even more dangerous when you allow him to come forward.
Be a few twitchy backers around in this quite big audience. Oh, as you say, Jim, that's when he's dangerous, isn't he? Like a wounded animal, the way he flies back there, Ben. He's trying to draw Eubank into a close quarter fight now.
Eubank nailed him with a couple of nice uppercuts, but when Benn's low, you know what's coming over, Reg. You know it's hooks that are coming over. That is when he's so dangerous, when he bends in front of you.
So big bad Ben, a little bit reddened around the left eye there, Jim. Notice that?
Yeah, well, he's taking a few shots. I see some blood in Eubank's left eye, but it's below, it's on the cheek. So it shouldn't be a problem.
Then. Oh, he rocked there as well. End of the third. It's getting hotter by the second. In that third round, when Ben managed to nail Eubank, I tell you, the surprise stayed on his face after the pain had gone. Eubank always telling us he's the craftsman of the two, Jim, and he's got kind of an artful butchery about him, isn't he? He's very clever the way he does it.
Yeah, it has. Oh, lovely shot from Eubank. Is he going to follow up this time? Well, this is what he should have been doing, trying to back Ben up. He should never allow Nigel Benn to come forward. See, once again, that's when he's dangerous.
Wondered when Eubank came into the ring, Jim, whether we were going to get a kind of hit and hop it, runaway type of action from him, but that hasn't been the case.
No, well, he certainly gave us a show, Reg. He said he could do the business. Well, he's mixing it in the World Cup. But that was a lovely uppercut shot. It shoot Eubank just as it landed, but his head's cleared again. I think that was more of a stumble, Reg.
Well, no, he banged that left hook to the ribs as well. He's not. And he fought Kid Milo, I noticed. Eubank didn't seem to like that body punching. Well, who would? But he showed it too much there, didn't he?
And he's springing with his right hand at his. He's not throwing the same short, tight punches that he was throwing before Eubank. He's starting to stretch, and his defences are coming apart a little bit in this round, Reg.
Percy Armstrong, American corner man, going to try and work that away. There it is again, he's doing that, you see. Round 5. That's the point.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Sorry, Jim, I was going to say that, you know, we talk about the toughness of Nigel Benn, but toughness isn't always related to winning in the boxing business.
As I say, Reg, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of long rights are thrown. There was another one, Reg, another good right hand. Eubank takes that well again.
Working feverishly there on the very large swelling there, almost thumb size under Benn's left eye.
Another good left hook from Benn, which Eubank takes again, Reg.
He's really doing his punch picking now. He's posing in his punch picking for Eubank. What confidence he's got.
Well, this is what Eubank is better at. He must have been fearing the first 4 rounds of this battle. He must be thinking, if I get past the first 4 or 5 rounds, then we come into my territory, and that might be the case. And I did notice there was a little kind of friendly part of it.
So they are. Plays resumed, and they add the extra seconds then to the end of the round. Now that was a good body punch, Jim.
Nothing wrong with that one, Reg. That was on target. I think the punch he complained about might have been low, and if I had to be punched low, I wouldn't want Nigel Benn to be the one who was doing it.
So there you are, straight from Frank Bruno's mouth, and into round 7.
Well, I think Ben has realised the 5th and 6th weren't his best rounds, so he's trying to... Oh, 2 good shots now. Will Ben take those, Reg?
So he knows instantly, Eubank, when he's got the man in trouble.
This is where Eubank must be careful.
He's saying, OK, come on, now Ben's answering him back. I thought that would happen. The referee might just calm them down a bit and say, I don't want any talking, I'm the only guy who's paid for the talking, apart from the commentators. Another low blow, and he's going to make a deal of that. But they're calling Ben on, saying, take no notice, the corner will get into him. Coming out for round 8. Vic Andretti in Ben's corner there, saying, I want you to weave and duck your way in under those punches. He might be closing Ben, but he's not exactly pouring at some kind of unfamiliar object. He's managing to get them through.
I mean, you have to hand it to Ben. I mean, a few times in his career he's had to grit his teeth, and he's always managed, apart from the Michael Watson thing possibly, but he's always managed to do it and come blasting back. Surprised that Eubank hasn't tried to make better use of his jab, because Ben does come straight on in.
Yeah, exactly. Professes to be a master of the noble art. Oh, right. Almost came out on our lap there, Jim. A little bit of a slip. He's arguing with the referee. It was a slip. But there's no point in him shouting at him.
Well, the punch came over, Reg. A punch landed. It caught him on the shoulder and the neck. It wasn't really a tremendous punch, but a punch did put him over. More of a slip.
3 American judges, remember, if this does go 12. Referee doesn't vote. It's fascinating, isn't it, really?
Yeah, well, the 5th and 6th rounds, the fortune swung in Eubank's favour, and I thought he would have put the pedal down, but full credit to Ben. He came out in the 7th with a good round. And he's raised the pace, and he's kept the pace up.
Trying to do the refereeing as well, Eubank. He's showing that was a rabbit punch, back of the neck. But Richard Steele ignored it. And we're getting ready now, there it is, for round 9.
Round 9.
So it's all about the last furlong, as it were, and the stamina. And one trying to impose his will on the other one, as well as his skill. The IBF champion right behind us here must be weighing this one up as a potential opponent, potential challenger. There's already plans, if Ben wins, for him to fight Steve Collins, the Dubliner who fights in the States and has already challenged for the world title.
Eubank is becoming a little bit negative now, Reg. He threw a punch and missed it, and he ducked away down. You know, he's not quite as positive in his approach in this round as he's been earlier. He's going to have to strike himself up. Maybe he needs to land a couple of shots like that just to bring his confidence back.
He has finished the 12-rounder, actually, Eubank against an Argentinian, but that was an easily forgotten fight, actually. I think he was falling for that.
That was Ben.
Oh, what a shot that is.
Really shook him.
Opened him up with the left hand and then shot the right hand over, and it connected. There's the countdown. If he did go down, the count would continue.
Ben's shaking, Reg.
Oh, right through his boots, Jim.
Ben is shaking. The eyes watch, Reg. This will be the finish of the belt.
It's all over in the 9th round. And would you believe, in Ben's corner, they looked as though they were objecting to that for a minute. Why was it stopped?
The right hand over the top with a straight right hand, and I just kept on trying. He said I was going to lose it, so I could nick it, but I was going to lose it. But this man is a phenomenal puncher.
So the formal announcement then.
Well, nobody can begrudge Eubank a victory, Reg. He took his best shots.